over to Bank for our first map of the day. Guz, and the favoritism tag does go the way of Secret. Now, in terms of the map veto selection, this is where we're going to quickly go through it. Now, I was trying to have a little guess before we went live, and when I did see Bank, by the way, I was a little bit surprised because it's a really, really strong map for Team Secret. It is their map choice. And then I was kind of thinking, okay, well, what does Weibo get? Is it a border? Is it a chalet? Is it a clubhouse? It is border.
And then Skyscraper to round things off.
And Skyscraper to round things off. Now, what makes Skyscraper very interesting for me as well, and this is where the map vetoes, I know we didn't have the graphic for it, but it was an intriguing one to kind of look at. And I always like to think, who won the map veto, especially in a best of 3? But like for Team Secret, apparently according to the sheet, Skyscraper is their #1 preference map, but they got an 0-1 record on it and just haven't really played it.
Yeah.
So they will be tested on that. It's also not been played by Weibo since May. Like, they got nothing on it. There is no numbers for Weibo on Skyscraper. It is a map they do not play. So when you kind of look at this best of 3, Bank, Secret's map, absolutely. Border, Weibo's map, absolutely. So Skyscraper could be very interesting, going into the unknown if we get there.
Yeah, the expectation very much so 3 maps. That's where it's set. If it goes against the grain and perhaps Weibo can sneak this map, or Secret likely finish it in 2, given how dominant their Bank can be, I'll be all here for that as well. We'll have to wait and see as we jump in. Bans for this opening half. Mirror, Azami, double shield with Monty and Blitz taken out. Weibo to go to basement for the opening site of choice. And I'm quite intrigued to see what kind of brand they bring to this map. Will we see the more aggressive brand of Weibo where they, play offsite peel? Are they going to play more, turtle heavy? We'll probably see them dip into a mixture of all of that across this matchup because that adaptability will be key.
I wanted to go into a couple of stats just as we begin this map. So to really nail home the advantage here for Secret, they have a staggering 7-0 record on Bank dating back to the 10th of May. So there is a large sample size, favoritism-wise, for Secret on this map. Like, straight up undefeated. And then you go and look at their win rates. 75% on attack and 80% on defense. They don't just win this map, guys. They dominate this map. For Weibo, they're in the middle ranges. 55 attack, 56 defense. A 4-2 record actually isn't that bad, but it's their 2nd worst rated map. So for Weibo, this is going to be a big test. And like you said, how are they going to play this? They are the underdogs. They would know that. It's a free hit. It's a free swing. So you're starting defense, Bank. How do you want to play? Do you, as you said, play that peel defense? Do you bunker sight? Do you try and get into the face of Secret? Weibo's strength a lot of the times is their aggression. And sometimes they're downfall.
Initial run out here from RP Garage.
Well, there's the aggression.
Doesn't get the pick. Elsewhere, map control being taken by Secret, facilitated by the info gathering of the Deimos.
That's also early perceived pressure. Like, RP doesn't technically get anything, but he's also saying to Secret, hey, you got to be mindful of these kind of strategies.
You plant the seed of doubt for future play. Open area control now. Weibo not contesting. A form of extension over towards blue stairs, however, and that will require clear. It's Reaps on the smoke, and he'll be self-sufficient. Toad actually, though, to come alongside and aid on that hold. Maybe to help escort him back towards site. Smoke useful for the plant denial, and still 3 gas babes in play, but instead he pushes back forward. Aided by the Goyo utility and his own stall out. Position known and the live mark from Savage.
I mean, it's a pretty default setup by Weibo, but they're putting a lot of emphasis on Turd to play this clash and help out the server hold. Hence why Reaps, despite Hatch being opened up, is still playing aggressive blue because he's got the help from Turd holding towards server with the clash. That drop for Secret, not necessarily viable, which means that for Reaps, he can still play aggressive blue stairs.
Only a minute on the clock here and still 2 babes for Reaps, who's been able to portion them nicely.
Yeah, this is really good as well. Sending Joom, he can get an air jab and try and get the push onto Turd. Ooh. Reaps is in a bit of a pickle here. Needs to come back and think about, do you go into server, help out Turd? For the tunnel push from Joom. No, goes back up blue stairs. Has got a little bit of information as well, courtesy of Savage. Swings out with the shotgun. Now to 1-for-1 trade. There is only 40 seconds left in the round, in which now Turd still needs to be cleared in server.
Candela's available here. Secret, 30 seconds though, and the player down.
And you've got to think sight as well after this. So you've cleared Turd. Great. 3v3, under 30 seconds left, but the main objective still needs to be well, dealt with, and there is a nitro cell available for Speakeasy, so a quick plant into site may not be the easiest, and also, have you cleared all the Vulcan canisters and all the utilities still there?
Likely to be a hatch drop rotation here. Noah kit in hand, Doom taken low, however, dealt with 10 seconds.
Final Candela and the drop from Noah, unsuccessful. Ape lights them up, double kill. Easy hold in the end for Weibo on the site, really strong server side hold, nets them the opening round.
Yeah, a little bit inefficient on the clear there from Secret, both the time and utility. Reaps did a good job to hold that. And then despite dying, at least took one with him to the grave. Turd had established his position over towards Rack. There was limited utility to then clear and deal with that. I think ultimately the right decision was made to drop hatch. Default plant was never a realistic proposition for them, but it was relying on perfectly placed Candelas. That read wasn't quite there. And of course, they were a player down, so it was always going to be challenging to attempt the trade up.
When it comes to bank basement, though, there's always the caveat of, do you go for a vault side hit, main stairs, change it up a little bit based on the pressure that is being applied by defense on, let's say, server side. And I think when Turd's playing that clash and he's playing deep server and Reaps is playing deep blue stairs, I wonder if Secret thought potentially about flipping it and going for a vault side hit.
Yeah. It's a possibility. I mean, the beauty of the clash, especially in her modern form, is the ability to rotate it. So,
but still getting all the way from like deep server, where he's essentially planted as well the shield, to then pick it up, run all the way over vault side.
Definitely tough. And if Secret have the garage cut, makes it even more challenging, or pressure main, etc.
Even a false, so you go for the double fake. So you fake that you flipped over to vault side, and then you've actually left bodies to then retake server away from the clash. We do have a technical pause, unfortunately, after the conclusion of the opening round. I'm not sure. Was Reaps showing away the camera? The camera is like hard stock there. You know what I love about the Weibo guys, though, as well? They're very charismatic, and then there's Turd. And Turd is just stonewalled.
He has one emotion on land.
One emotion. It doesn't matter. They could honestly win this major, and he will look exactly like that.
Oh. We might get a wry smile from him if they win the major.
All right, so we get underway for the second round. Weibo take the opening.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
I mean, look, we've seen a lot of bank in the APAC region. Rather defaulty setup from Weibo. I think the biggest difference was they did double down. There's that 100% SI qualification graphic if
so it's
Weibo
still
win.
99.9 if they
well, I mean, there's a difference between 100 and 99.9, guys. So you want to win this. You want to win. There's always that 0.01% chance that you miss out if you lose this.
Again, the coolest part probably will be the fact that, again, if Weibo win, they are the first team on paper 100%.
Yeah, which would be, I think, magnificent for the APAC region as a whole, and deserving too for a team like Weibo the year they've had, what this team has been doing. I think it's fair to say that there's now growing expectation for Weibo to be the team from APAC that could make the deeper runs. Like, I mean, I kind of gave CAG that mantle after winning the major qualifier LAN and beating Weibo in the process, but once again, cagged it up. They had shown good qualities. Unfortunately, they've now been eliminated. Feels like it's up to Weibo. As we head into the second round, we go to Executive CEO, so top floor now. Means for Secret, they will play a little bit more of the exterior rappel. Now, no mirror available, courtesy of the ban by Secret, does limit a position such as Janitor. But again, it's a pretty bunkered down defense by Weibo. They'll bring the clash. That's going to be, I would imagine, likely banned out by Secret after the third round. Speakeasy to play the Echo. So you've got late round plant denial. Kanto can be opened up. Weibo not opting for the Ace Habana double ban, instead banning out both shields.
I will watch over us. Swapping mags. Magnet ready.
Savage just posturing outside stock as Mowgli has made his way through open. 90 seconds, by the way, on the time here, guys. It's been slow to begin with on this top floor, clear by Secret. Logic Bomb activated by Adrian. Shield goes down by Reaps, who's now on the clash. It's Ape that finds the open pick, while Savage will shut down Reaps. Reaps doesn't lose those kind of battles all that often, and Savage with a second one as well from stock gives Secret the early advantage in the round. Adrian Winning this battle as well. Speakeasy trying to help out from Elevator. It's only Turd that is left. Gets up close, takes on the battle against Doom, wins it. 2 more to get. He does get the pistol kill, but ultimately outnumbered. And Secret, a little slow to begin with in the second round, but once they hit that go button, well, they hit max velocity.
Yeah, really clean work there from Savage to break apart that hold over towards Stock Hallway, but the clutch shield down. That's an advantageous position for Weibo to play off. With some sharp pre-fires and a good presence of mind to be able to be mindful of the trade attempt, which Weibo were kind of forced into.
I think that's the win con, right? Yeah. Like if Savage dies to Reaps, genuinely, I think Weibo win that round. They'll still have the clash control. You can pivot the shield around. You will have then no pressure stock side from Secret. Push up banana is not going to be as effective because you'll have the hallway help for Weibo. Savage unlocked and won that round for Secret. He goes 3-1. Secret are on the board in the second round here on Bank. That was a solid round. And I like the fact as well for Secret that in terms of the pacing in the first 90 seconds of that round, like they didn't really care too much if they were playing a little bit slower, but once they actually kind of like 3-2-1 were making the execute, they all did it in sync. Denari tripwire connector placed by Hoven. Denari has been an operator, Gus, that I think has kind of just really slotted in nicely, but without really large fanfare in terms of the overall impact. It's almost just like a nice little addition that's just there every now and then.
Asia specifically, it feels like, has had maybe slightly higher pick rate than elsewhere. I'll be able to get you the numbers in a moment for this event. So sits at a 9.1% pick rate, 57% win rate. Certainly not.
It's not changing the game.
Certainly not bad. Certainly not a mainstay, but a niche pick.
I think was Weibo the first team that got a kill through the tripwire connector all the way back
like
at the start of APL?
Stairs,
yeah, the clubhouse stairs, main
stairs.
stairs. I'm pretty sure it was Weibo. So staff an open area, first floor for the third round.
Oh, yellow ping.
And a nice kill. Savage again opens things up. So that's Reaps now 1 and 3. It's not to highlight him in a negative fashion, but more so to talk about the fact that for Weibo, he is the front man. He's the star man. He's the global icon, really, from the APAC region.
He's also had a 77% cost up to this point, second at the event.
Yeah, he's been huge. So for Weibo in this round, they're going to need others to do it. And Alpe is the one that's standing up right now. He's 4-1. Got the opening kill in the previous round. He gets the responsive trade, albeit a little bit late, and does get it onto Noah. No Boogie Auto breach is available from the Ram.
Blood out.
Alpe, the lowest rated player for Weibo coming into this match. So for him to start 4-1 would be a good feeling for him. Fudge drone was dealt with into the final 60 seconds. Savage will be one to watch for sure as we do eventually go towards that execute. But it's Adrian that finds the next kill, and it is onto Ape. Just feels like Secret are slowly but surely always that one small step ahead over the last couple of rounds now against Weibo. Logic Bomb not ideal for Hoven on a flank towards front desk top floor. Oh, shot from Turd though onto Mowgli.
Okay.
Hits through the wall, gets the headshot, and Hoven's flank will continue on. To death.
Yeah, Jim holding the angle. Good flank watch. 20 seconds now. Turd needs to put in a big effort alongside Speakeasy.
There's still a gas paper available as well for Speakeasy. By the way, headshot trade though. Doom there. Turd full white in the 1v2. Adrian has another flash as well. Doom will throw out a frag grenade, trying to displace Turd. Trying to now play time. Adrian can't get there for the cross. Doom has kit. He has to now think about the plant or push into admin. Now needs to go for the push. He can't vault over in time. Turd is able to just sit inside of admin.
Oh, and he's laughing.
Oh, and that's a motion you don't usually see from Turd.
Oh, he's typing in chat too. I want to see what he says. An opportunity goes astray there for Secret. Good trade work onto Speakeasy. Good flank watch above onto Hoven. But then Turd on site, able to find that pick, force the 1v1, avoids the wall bang, and then able to sustain life. I
think he was typing, and they must have done like a shift A delete or something. Or his bro's writing an essay. But Yeah, intriguing round because it felt like to me, so similar to the second round, I think Secret were always that one step ahead. They always kind of had a small advantage in the round until right to the very end. I mean, it was a 2 versus 1. Turd hits a big shot onto Adrian, and at that point, Joom's in a weird position. Had those two players been swapped, Joom and Adrian's position, Joom could have actually then maybe gone for a default plant, forced Turd out of admin. But unfortunately, because Adrian then died, Joom couldn't get the plant, which would have then forced Turd to swing out admin with then Adrian watching as the cover, which meant that with 3 seconds left, if Joom goes for the plant, it's just basically round over anyway. So he had no choice but to go admin, and he just started vaulting, and it was just too slow on the animations.
Yeah.
But well played by Turd to understand his positioning and his win con.
Back to basement we go. And whilst it does feel like as this match develops, Secret in the early to mid round, even as they prep for executes, are looking stronger. The scoreboard as it stands, not quite fully reflective of that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's... if you were to flip it, maybe to 1.
Yeah.
So... But it's been a really good start. We've got the bans, no more Clash, no more Dockerby. Both actually had, I think, a decent influence for the respective teams. I know that we didn't see the Clash in the previous round, but it was played twice, and the Dockerby played twice as well. Actually helped out with finding, I think, that kill into Hoffen on the top floor flank too. He was just basically pinging upstairs, and cover was watched. Back down to basement, lockers and CCTV. 1 out successfully by Weibo in the opening round.
And a little bit more activity on this first floor from the defense. Peel positions in play. Oh, well, I say peel, but Mowgli disallows the drop from Hoven. Nice aggressive play early in the round.
Yeah, and I wonder if Weibo are just not expecting Secret to go for those kind of aggressive plays. That's something that you probably see back in APAC. Push down main and just swing the elevator with a bailiff and just go full gung-ho. Hoven completely just caught napping. Mowgli, by the way, has been involved in 3 of the 4 opening engagements. That was his first opening kill. He had the opening deaths in the first 2 rounds. He gets his first kill of the game. And that was the earliest kill that we've seen in a round thus far. And now they can just go default. This is going to be a lot easier now for Secret in contrast to the opening round, guys. Not only did they have the play advantage, there's no blue stairs hold, and there's no Clash hold server. So they got full control. They can start to work hatches, get into good positions, draw out the utility by Weibo, of which they kind of need to start doing that now, because there's still 3 Zoto canisters, all 3 gas babes, and Tachanka with the Shamika launcher.
Yeah, a little bit more versatility on offer here for the attack, but yeah, certainly mindful that the default hit is still unlikely from this particular game state.
And they've got to start baiting out these gas babes.
I think it ultimately has to end in hatch drop. It's too late now.
Well, I mean, you can go for the flood push as well, where someone pushes, bomb chassis goes for the plant, everyone then converges in from bot main. Mowgli's actually going to go for the drop. He went a little early. There is that bot main push, though, from Savage. Adrian wins out against Ape through the wall. Adrian connects onto Speak Easy. Reaps by himself. Gets 1-3 more required. Adrian is low on time as well. Still has a gas bay. Flash full white inside of Vault. Reload will be successful. Adrian wants to push, but he could then offer Reaps the 1v1. By the way, where's Kit? 10 seconds left. Now acquired by Savage. Now putting it on the floor. Reaps, can he find the denial? Not quite. Gas Babe won't do a whole lot. Plant will go down, and now Reaps in the 1v3 post plant.
Yeah, lockdown, shutdown, physically on the ground. Reaps needing to find all 3 here with the SMG. Not impossible, but isolating this will be very challenging with the air jab still in play and the disciplined execute from Secret.
Well played, Secret. And a little bit of what I was anticipating, guys. When they know full well there's a lot of that utility still on the board for the defenders, you've got to get that main stairs flood. When you do drop, you kind of then need to push to be aggressive. And you could see, initially, their #1 goal was actually not to just get that plant down straight away. It was to take gunfights. And they won those gunfights really nicely. 2-2 scoreline. Both teams are firing back at each other here. This has been a really, really solid match. And no wonder it's a qualification game.
Yeah, good back
playing
and
some
forth.
good siege.
Yep. Again, and this needs to be framed though in the context that this map is super dominant for Secret.
Oh,
this is their map.
They haven't lost it. I mean...
It's a 7-0, right?
7-0. I mean, do I even go and try and find when was the last time they lost on bank?
You might be looking for a while.
I mean, I could just do a generic. Let's go. So I've had May. Let's go to like January 1st. How about that? Because then that encapsulates the entire year.
10 seconds left.
Oh, did I?
Oh, you gotta hit it and then click apply.
Okay, thank you.
You might have to talk to Derry to get that.
Where's
yeah,
the-
you gotta flip the orientation.
Oh,
again.
okay.
I know.
Sorry.
It's all right,
I tell you what. Okay, so even better on the entire calendar year. I'm not going to go further back than 1st of January 2025. They have an 8-0 record. Secret have not lost this map this year. Played it 8 times, won it 8 times. Most recently, the 7-2 over Falcons, which was about 30 days ago, so about a month ago.
So Weibo just hanging in there at the moment.
Well, good tag from Savage. This is where Secret, I think, now in this half, have just slowly but surely gotten really, really better is the early game. They're starting to get opening kills. They're starting to get opening damage, putting Weibo on the back foot, putting the pressure on. They look really, really solid in what they're doing early in these rounds, taking good control, swing from Adrian, and this goes in part and parcel of what I've been saying.
Wow.
Look at that aggression, triple from Adrian. I mean, there's nothing that Weibo can do about that. They are getting slaughtered here in the 5th round. Utter dominant. Secret are just continuing to go from strength to strength in this first half. Reap will deny the flawless, but there is no denying Team Secret in that round. Adrian shows his strength.
Damn, just the sheer volume of red pings on offer there for Secret on that push was really remarkable. A testament to their ability to gain information in that round and then acting upon it really nicely. Weibo getting completely caught flat-footed. Secret just continuing to chip away. It's 3 attacking rounds on bank. That's a very positive number to throw out there. Even if we return to basement, and we do, and Weibo are able to claim the round, it's certainly still a positive position for the Europeans.
I like the fact as well for Secret, they're kind of looking at this matchup and not just saying, let's play conventional Siege and we will outsmart our opponent. A lot of people would think of Weibo being, aggressive and, playing into the gunplay strength that they have. And Secret have basically said, yeah, let's match that and we'll better it. They basically just played an APAC round. Top floor bank was over at the 2-minute mark because Secret decided, let's just bulldoze our way in, find the kills, and win the round that way.
Enterprise are currently beating Furia, by the way.
No, it's first map.
First map. And they're going on to attack.
I'm sure it's also like a 4-2 half or something.
Yeah, 4-2. On bank.
Oh, look at that.
Wouldn't that be a storyline? Wouldn't that be a storyline? Furia knocked out by the Aussies.
I mean, I can't really lose from that match because I'll always have a soft spot for Furia, and then the boys are the boys, so
Yeah.
it's win-win. It's also then, therefore, lose-lose in some aspects. So final round of the opening half, 3 opening kills straight now for Secret. They've really ramped it up, Guz. I think you could argue the first 2-3 rounds a little bit more on that 50-50 side. Secret have really risen towards the close of this opening half. Dominating the opening kills. The rounds have been more dominant in fashion. They're the only team that's got multi-kills as well.
Tracker on hostile.
And Savage on the Deimos wants to inflict more pain.
Wow. Just so much aggressive information gathering. But Arpe absolutely shreds Mowgli.
Well, I wonder if that was Mowgli looking to hunt down Turd and Arpe's providing cover in the hallway. And that's probably just Mowgli getting a little too aggressive.
Yeah, some better teamwork there from Weibo, not allowing their defense to be isolated on islands.
What? I mean, speak easy. I think just getting caught looking for that run back across towards main and just...
And that's the second time now we've seen that elevator position exposed.
They have not played that elevator position well, but also Secret are exploiting it.
Yeah. Midpoint of the round, 4-4. It's the Grim and the 2-Brow on the floor. So Plant Denial still on offer here for Weibo. Hard Breach available as well for Secret.
The 2-Brow's not the end of the world. I mean, the Zoto canisters can offer a little bit of delay, but ultimately you still want that smoke up. 3 gas babes for Reef. That's going to be crucial. Vulcan canisters still need dealing with. Joom.
I think that's all of them on default from what I could tell.
I mean, he can't see any, so therefore I can't see any. Okay, those sees Savage. There goes the Deimos. Advantage for Weibo, desperately seeking a 3rd round to close the half. Now Candela from Noah. I think he's going to go for a mid-round plant.
Gas Babe
Tucks
in
his
response.
way in, as you said. Gas Babe thrown out. I'm assuming it has not connected. Noah's going to get this plant down. A fumble from Weibo allows Secret through the front door.
Do they have the manpower with this one player advantage to fight back? Maybe.
Turd gets the tray. They would have always expected someone to watch for the re-aggressive take towards Admin Hatch. Now, bottom blue stairs for June by himself. They're going for the quick counter defuse. Hoven has to therefore get off it, and Secret just taught Weibo an invaluable lesson. Always have eyes and info. When you're playing Basement Bank, you can't just trust haphazardly a thrown Gas Babe. It needs to be connected, and if it is not, there needs to be reinforcements. 4-2 well deserved by Secret. A couple of fumbles and stumbles from Weibo.
Yeah, and probably the big standout round of the half where Weibo were in a really good position and let it slide. As opposed to the more so really clean clinical play we saw from Secret in other rounds off the back of information gathering, etc. They're quite literally an example of they were able to crawl inside. Arpe doesn't have LOS. Maybe that leads to a miscomm and Reaps smokes deep initially. Then they're like, oh crap, maybe he's actually planning shallow. By then, too late. And we know that that retake on that first floor, very challenging on Bank, and Secret positionally played it really, really well. Reclaim hatch control. Despite the sneaky counter defuse attempt there from Weibo, it was never really going to be a success. Secret with the lead heading into the second half. Now on defense. And, to be fair, I think map one pretty much going the way we kind of framed it.
Yeah. I mean, it's looking like a ninth straight map win for Secret. It might be the last time, by the way, we see Secret on this map for this event.
Could just be the insta-ban for the remainder of the tournament.
I mean, if you're doing the old due diligence, 4-2 has set Secret up very nicely.
I mean, to be fair though, Weibo would have known that going into this. Is this
I hope so. I mean, they got a head coach, an assistant coach, and an analyst.
I would be very intrigued to know, did they head into this veto and make that decision to not ban it consciously with the idea that, oh, you know, we've seen weakness and we're actually confident on this map, we can win it? Or was it a case of, we'll give it a free shot, but we're kind of framing the veto elsewhere to get 2 and 3?
I mean, the concern for me as well is Skyscraper, while not heavily played by Secret, and I mean, Skyscraper is interesting as well. I don't know why it says map preference rank 1.
Have they banned it though?
I need clarification on this, either from you guys or even Derry, because they've got a 0-2 record on Skyscraper, firstly.
Yeah, it's not based on record, it's more so...
Banned, I mean, banned against them, banned by Team 10. Like, you look at the numbers there. Does that scream number 1 map overall?
Go to number 2 and show me what the bans are. Info over towards Garage in the meantime.
For reference, Bank is number 3. And we know those stats are obviously tremendous. Number 2 is Border with a 5-1 record. Only 6 times banned, 24 against. Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay. Noah.
Oh, good angle found by Turd on the Glaz. And a double kill from Weibo to open things up in the second half. Nice and early. They themselves want to bring the aggression. This is a fast hit by Weibo. Doom and Mowgli to hold on as the duo. Mowgli, oh, what a shot though onto Hoven.
Speak Easy and Turd now separated.
This is very winnable for both teams. In so many different ways, in so many different avenues, with so much time remaining in the round. Mowgli and Doom, probably best to play together at this point. I mean, Mowgli's very low in health. Still has a Nitro Cell, so do canisters. No more gas babes for Doom. Here comes Mowgli. Oh, Speakeasy was able to stay alive. Misses the flash and then dies. A third in the round for Mowgli. Turd must now win the 1v2. Has at least information, though. There's only one on site.
No smoke to play around.
I mean, this is really good positioning, though, because he knows Mowgli's playing open. Turd can actually get this plant down and play the post plant. Oh, needed to get that kill. Mowgli, what a shot, though. Oh, he did that all on 1 HP. Woo-hoo-hoo. A quad from Mowgli. 4 kills on about 4 HP. Yeah, and that's a backbreaker if you are Weibo here on the opening map of this series. Down now 5-2. Needed that one to kickstart the second half, guys. Really needed that one. Now at a deficit.
And what a play from Mowgli.
Like I got with him so many times. I was scared to shoot you. I think I should have let you pick first.
I mean, The initial setup over towards Garage and the initial success from Weibo was great, but then big from Mowgli and definitive.
Well, even said at the end there, I think I should have let you peek first.
Definitive moment in the 2-2 as well to isolate Speakeasy on the shield, and then Toad caught in an awkward position. Glaz not ideal in that specific scenario. 5-2 lead, top floor. Yeah, definitely feels like Secret are only a few rounds away from locking this down.
So the last 4 rounds, opening kill times have been all above the 2-minute mark. And the 5th round of that was 1:55. It's been a very, very fast-paced bank. And it's actually been Secret that have set that tone.
Keep it deployed. Reloading. Cover me.
Yeah, Weibo's average time at entry is 1:44 back in APAC. Secret for comparison, 1:48 in
And they're both playing above that right now.
Or email, I should say.
Man, where to now for Weibo? I mean, right now it's all Secret. Secret are winning in a lot of areas. They're doing an incredible job of getting multi-kills. They've had 3 out of all 3. So all 3 multi-kills in this match have come the way of Secret. It's actually 50-50 in the opening kills now, so they're not fully dominating that area, but they got a lot of plants down. And remember, you highlighted, guys, in our little mini pre-show, the numbers for Weibo so far this tournament at the Munich Major, they've been in like top 3 categories in almost every statistic.
Multi-kills, though, a standout for Secret at this event. Number 2 behind M80. They're on 16 3Ks throughout this event.
Make it 19 now.
Yeah. Weibo, again, as a point of comparison, they're all the way down at only 5.
Speakeasy makes his way top square. This one being the slowest round we've had since the 2nd round of this map. Open up just near Janitor. Adrian lurking down below inside a server. Could make his way up blue later on to put pressure towards square. Now they have not dealt with Mowgli towards that stock hallway position. This is a rather set play that we've seen from Weibo before many times on this map using the Sens Glaz combination. A little bit of square pressure. Ultimately you throw in the ROU and you let Turd try and do his thing. Pressure square, though, and without clearing that janitor hallway position means it is still then vulnerable. So there's more pieces to this puzzle that Weibo need to unlock, and Adrian will be a big deterrent to that.
Yeah, can Nitro default from below. Logic Bomb, minute on the clock. Still 2 smokes available for Turn on the Glaz. Will now deploy, so that push should be coming in a moment's time. RE rolls out.
And smokes as well. There's the vault in from Speakeasy. Gets into CEO. Inside of the smoke. Adrian did in fact get the opening kill onto Hoven, but the plant will go down successfully. And you still got Turn on the Glaz on the Repel. Did he find a kill onto Savage? Numbers advantage Weibo in the post play. I mean, these are rounds that must be won. Like 9 times out of 10.
Oh, hello.
Noah trying to catch him through ATMs. Putting the pressure onto those on outside. Rebel, but Reaps wins the battle, and Adrian will therefore lose the war. Weibo get their 3rd round on bank after 4 rounds straight to Secret. They do stem the bleeding.
By round, we bring this shit back. Don't fucking...
Hey, I mean, I have some faith that you guys can bring it back, but it's going to be quite the grind. Really well rolled.
I mean, it's only a 2-round deficit.
Yeah, well crafted round though. Without the Warden on the board, it's very challenging for Secret to deny that. And without the additional layers of information to facilitate the likes of plant denial, nitro below, etc. With that kind of slightly off meta plant position there from Speakeasy with the prowling airlock and the planting dead center of that smoke, it was very, very difficult for the defense to do a whole lot. So well executed by Weibo.
8 rounds played, Gus. This is an intriguing little statistic, but of the 8 rounds played, only 3 of them have actually been decided by all 5 players being eliminated. And the first time since 2nd round. We've had plant, disable, 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 time, and then elim. And going alongside that is the fact that across the last 5 rounds, we've had 5 successful plants. So the plant defense here on Bang for both teams has been a little bit questionable, but I mean, if you want to go the positive route, the ability to get the plant down has been there for both teams as well.
Camera feed up and running.
Which is always a statistic that I find to be a good indicative of who are the top teams in the tournament. And Weibo is their actually #1 team at getting plants down, guys. Guess this. This is from the Munich Major. 10 plants at a 55.6% success rate. Number 2 is BDS at 40%, and then it starts to scale into the 30s. So they are a whopping 20% better than teams on average at getting the plant down. Secret, a good example in the top 5, is only 32%.
Update from the A stream as well. Fury are now 5-4 up.
I mean,
God
when you told me that, I knew full well to not get any little bit of excitement. I love the boys, but Furia is a beast.
I mean,
we were talking about them in the ride over.
Yeah, we're talking to Fresh this morning as well on the way to the shops, and he's still utterly convinced that Fury
He's going to win
the whole
away.
thing.
Oh, in our Uber over here as well, it's like, well, Fury is just literally going to ride through APAC all the way to the main stage. As Joom gets an open kill on to Reaps, losing out. The IQ now no longer available for Weibo. Speakeasy's been peppering on the Glaz.
That will bolster the Valkyrie for the remainder of this round as well for Secret.
Oh, turn. TMR is strong. Able to recover, expecting more pressure. Nothing you can do about that Nitro Cell that lands in your face. Another elevator death for Weibo.
Number 3 for the game.
Yeah.
Both on defense and now attack.
I mean, I think that's a really good sign here by Secret. A really good example to highlight that when you have a strength, there's nothing wrong with just going back to it over and over again. You know you've been winning those elevator battles. Keep going there. Oh, shot by Ape though. He was spraying beforehand. Savage did peek into it, but able to control, get the headshot killed. Mowgli's low. Very winnable round. To the final minute. Speakeasy core on the Glaz. He will be down, but not out. Hoven at full health, able to finish off the low health Mowgli. Gumai for good measure. That's a Nitro to finish off the DBNO Speakeasy. And Adrian Joom. Well, Joom is 12-3. A menace inside of the server. Right now, I'd be backing him to win the 2v2.
They have Valkinfo square though, so Secret likely with a read on RP's position, and if not right now, they should on the push.
Still time as well for Hoven inside of Janitor with the Skeleton Key to open up a little bit more information. Flash towards admin. Glass is activated by Adrian, and tap headshot. Ape, you're dead. And almost Hoven. He actually got a bit of damage there onto Adrian on the wallbang. 10 seconds. Drop. Main stairs through beepers. Default shot out. Banshee shot out. Hoven will be shot out. Or time will run out. It will be the light. 6-3. Secret too good once again.
Guys, I saw a turtle there even without the mirror.
At no point, I would say in the last minute, did it really feel like Weibo were ahead in that round. At best, maybe it was closer to even. But Secret's ability to, again, control pace, control what's happening inside of the server, has been a testament here on Baked. That's why they lead 3 rounds over Weibo. And a timeout has been called for Weibo Gaming as they are facing defeat here on the opening map of this series. Qualification game, so not elimination, but more to come as well after this.
I heard something about it.
I'm not hearing a lot here. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's just started.
Well, we unfortunately can't hear a whole lot from here, but...
Energy?
Start hyping each other up. I mean, it's still a pretty deep tactical discussion for a 3-round deficit. So the first 20 seconds was hype and energy.
And then a little bit of
remainder was
strategy.
drone work.
Yeah, drone work as well needing to be improved. Getting more information as to what Secret is doing. And I actually like that from Meepy because, quite frankly, Secret's ability in terms of their positioning around the map has been quite paramount to their success. So I think putting more emphasis on getting information and drone work, important. Is that going to help us much here on Locker CCTV? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's going to be...
This is going to be the big test. I mean, over in APAC, this is a site that is lost by the attack quite regularly. And usually is seen as a bit of a shock result when it is won by the attack, unless the defense fumbles.
Well, open hatch open by the defense, so suggesting that there will be offsite presence, and so the drone game does become a little bit more relevant for this round as opposed to a full total.
Yeah, and with the two-hour ban as well, you don't really need to put emphasis in keeping admin hatch closed, so...
Correct.
Volcan's ready. Shoot it if you need it.
And in some ways then actually nullifies the ban a little bit, where it's like, okay, whatever, you banned it out, we're going to keep it open anyway and put a little bit more pressure stuff open.
Yeah, for Secret, given the composition, a lot of the win con is around wasting some time, some of that drone economy off-site.
But the main...
Peel back and then play around the Maestro.
You've got the Vulcan
That's
canister,
nice.
you've got the Evil Eyes, you've got the Nitro Cells, you've got the Gas Babe. There's just all a standardized, holdout defensive bunker down setup, but because you leave hatch open and you're not playing the two-brow, you can, if you want, offer a little bit more presence over towards open. But it would be a pretty quick drop, I imagine, from Mowgli. Mowgli's in open right now, but I doubt he's going to stay here too long. You can see the hatch right in front of him.
I mean, he's had a couple of good moments in this game. He might be feeling himself.
I mean, you'll stay for, like, a chance to get the opening kill, but you're not going to be taking, like, extended gunfights. He's already gone, yeah.
Adrian will maintain some semblance of control over towards blue stairs, however. So in a very Reaps-like fashion. He'll be wanting to lock that down and invest his utility there. Kaid as well. Yet to be mentioned, but can be used to juggle the hatch.
I mean, I honestly, for Weibo, would like to see a vault side hit this round.
I was thinking the same thing. Or at least tease it, test it. Unsuccessful from Savage.
Right, I mean, okay, so let me rephrase. They must now go for a vault side hit because without the shock drones and without Reaps on the Twitch and so much utility that needs to be cleared here on server side, it's almost not even fundamentally worth it unless you just try and walk through the front door. And now they're actually going aggressive mode. So they're using the frag grenades and they're trying to open up this wall with the Maverick. Weibo are basically saying we're going for broke here. I'm going to have to commit and we have to do it very early. Now, to the credit there of Turd, with that frag grenade, able to get a couple of the Vulcan canisters. There is still more utility that needs to be dealt with. And for the final minute, though, Secret are well ahead in this round.
So much plant denial on offer here. And again, Secret able to garner so much information. It's been a strength for them throughout this map. Their ability to action off it, both on attack and defense, has been well ahead of Weibo. But we expected Bank to be their strength. Weibo have gone into this series expecting 3 maps. Can they show a little bit more fight? Well, maybe not. Mowgli back in action. 35 seconds. Big easy response.
Yeah.
Now deep with Diffuser, but only RP left alongside.
Oh, that's big from Arpe though over towards bot main. The immediate trade though from Noah. Speakeasy that gets in. But Secret have always had the numbers advantage, and it feels like on Bank they always will. 9-0 record this calendar year for Team Secret on this map. Don't take Secret to Bank. There's not much else more to say. 9-0, full dominance. I mean, a decent effort from Weibo, but always up against it. Secret, 1 map away from making finals here at the Munich Major. They're looking really, really solid. That was a tremendous performance and a really solid game of Siege to watch. And Secret showing the world just how much quality they have in many different areas. They dominated early, mid, late. They got multi-kills. They got plants. They got opening kills. And it looks like Furia are close to getting their opening map, judging by those fist bumps.
Yeah, don't take Secret to Bank, and if you do, make sure it's a best of 3 and you've garnered an advantage elsewhere in the veto. We unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, will only get an answer to that as the remainder of this series plays out. We need to see at least the 3rd map for there to be value extracted from this selection. It's such a dominant map from Secret. They've put it on full display once more, but Weibo should and most likely did know that going into this.
I want to highlight now, Joom 157 EPS, 2 opening kills, 13-3 KD, tremendous, 80% cost. He'll get his flowers from this game. He was tremendous, but sometimes you can over-focus on one player, and I think a couple of focuses here, the Adrian 3K, which he got, what was it, back in round 6 or so, round 5, right? So it was back in the first half. And then also Mowgli had a big 3K as well. 2 of those rounds that had you swung those the other way, that's a 5-5 scoreline rather than 7-3, right? So like there was more to Secret rather than just like a Joom masterclass where, you know, he goes and demolishes the server 13-3. There were other rounds where, you know, other key members had good impact overall. We're not too surprised by this result. An 8-0 calendar year record now turns into 9-0 for Weibo. I mean, what are their chances on border?
Strong.
Strong?
But I still think Secret, as they came into the series with the advantage, still retain it, obviously.
All right, short break on the other side. This series will continue as we head over to border.
now. Shepard with a quadra kill. And now it's all up to Basetto. Basetto slaughtered by Shaco. I don't even think he knew what happened.
And Philippe wants it. Genius! Steal that round for Furio!
Are you ready for this? Bango, are you kidding me with a third getting taken down? And then the drop right below, and it's just in the face! Penta are going to the grand final!
This could be difficult. If the swing
Mason a second. Mason a third. Ryder. Oh my God. Wow.
Free-Day holding up for the plot!
It's a 1v5.
They had everything going. 1v5.
For a second though, just didn't fully commit. Waiting to pop the last available second. Was hoping he baited them out.
Soliton's down! Free-Day's up! He's also down!
Ink is the mark of the soul. Dragon, tiger, imprints of power and boundless ascents. If fate's dumb enough to stand in my way, I'll paint over it with my own damn hands.
They can try and stick it. The drop. Charlotte comes in, finds one, can't find the second. Shepard getting the shutdown, but not before. Charlotte confirms the next one. Shepard's onto a 3K. They're sticking off on the plan. Pojo coming on the upstairs. Does Shepard know? He must know. Don't look away now. Shepard with a quadra kill. That's the way you clutch a game out, ladies and gents. A huge gamble by Raza Company Academy. Shaiko is just, he's somewhere else sometimes. He and Usus making quick work of the remaining defenders on site, and now it's all up to Paceto. With the UMP, no deaths to be had. 2 kills to his name. Paceto slaughtered by Shaiko. I don't even think he knew what happened.
Over towards default. Big kill for Nate. Shuts down Shaiko. And suddenly, it seems like Furia might just have numbers, but they've lost a couple. And Philippe wants to see... Just a bit of damage, just starting them off. Just for one, and Gohan will go down. No more IQ. Experience the second Astro down the floor. Marinka, are you ready for this?
Oh!
Bango, are you kidding me? With a third getting taken down. And then the drop right below. And it's just in his face. Bango!
Shaiko is going up to him. Finally finds himself down now. Usus has got to clutch up big. This could be difficult. The Blitz just having to make a choice here. Handy. Let's see if the swing... They just need to make sure they're getting those entries and going on in and pushing forward. Ryder.
He's now 10-3 on entry throughout the series. That is an unbelievable success rate. Mates in a second, Mates in a third! Ryder, oh my God! It's a quad!
A huge ace against BDS team of facilities! And Ryder finishes it! That is an ace against BDS! Breeday holding up for the blood!
NJR destroys Miracle. Groovy is next. Revolver out. 13 kills for him. As there goes a smoke, and a reload is the smart play. Now around. Destroys June. He's on the blitz. Will all come down to Adrian on the comp. Bridge! It's a 1v5. They had everything going! 1v5!
Taking everyone down in a flurry of frags, leaving it just onto one man, PZD. Lukid, he has to plant the diffuser. He comes off it for a second though, doesn't fully commit. Waiting to plant the last available second, was hoping he baited them out. But all that means is that when he goes back on, he's left susceptible. Solotov's down, 3 days up.
Available now.
Au-delà des mers, là-bas sur le ciel clair, il existe une cité au séjour.
So we return here on the B stream with Secret 1-0 up in this qualification best of 3. Border coming up next, which promises to be a little bit more even based on the statistics. That doesn't always follow suit. We all know that. Numbers sometimes actually can lie. But Secret very dominant on Bank. They have a 9-0 record now on that map moving forward. Keep a note on that if we see more Secret here at the Munich Major and if we see more of them on Bank. Border, though, for our second map, it is the map choice for Weibo. They should feel a little bit more comfortable. But I was just saying to you off air as we were coming back, if Secret bring the aggression that we saw from them on Bank over to Border, it's a great map that suits it.
What's he looking at? Chad, that is.
I think he's looking at Laxing.
they look entranced by the guys.
He's like, what? Laxing's getting so into it, he's so animated.
We should say, of course, those guys over on the A stream, Enterprise, the Aussies, plus New Zealander, beating Furia back on the map 1 of that series, also on Bank. So a lot to be excited about if you're an APAC fan. Right, and now as we jump into map 2 of
I love the little insights that you get here at the Major and all the little shenanigans that go on. 64% of you back home are expecting Secret to win on Border. I think that's about right. They, to me, should still be the favourites on this map, but I am expecting it to be close. And Weibo need to show a decent amount here on this map. 7-3, they in the end got decimated on Bank. Secret looks so incredibly solid and are setting themselves up nicely here for a run at the Munich Major. So Weibo, all eyes on you to now respond here on Border, and we'll see if they can do just that. It is their map pick, and I really want to see Skyscraper for one reason only, guys. Literally one reason. Neither of these two teams, fun fact, a Xenox fun fact here at the Major.
This is your first of the Major.
It is. Neither of them have won a map of Skyscraper this calendar year.
Wow.
0-2 record for Secret, and Weibo have not shown it at all.
Got to get there first, though. Border next on the agenda. As for the bans, it's Monty and Blitz double shield, and then defensively, Azami and Smoke also extracted. Secret to kick things off on defense.
I don't even know if I can think of Weibo playing on Skyscraper, how they would do it. Like, never seen it, and it doesn't seem like the kind of map that would suit their strengths.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
But
many
certainly one
bombs
they
as
mastered.
can.
Workshops
And what a flip it would be going from like Bank Border to Skyscraper. We'll see if we can get there. Must win for Weibo if they want to stay alive in this series. For Secret, win this, and they will qualify for the finals. 3-1 record for them if they can get over the line here on Border.
Meaning that they'll start in the first round of the upper bracket. Falcons joining Rain Fade.
You got this.
M80.
There you go.
They'll
How
start
can you
in the,
forget M80 and Fabian?
They'll start in the second round of that upper
I mean,
bracket.
even Fabian doesn't know what's going on, so don't worry.
Ah. Couldn't do a map video to save himself.
Alrighty. I mean, I think that for me, coming into Border now, there's a couple of things I'm looking at. Firstly, response from Weibo, but secondly, also the playstyle for Secret. Like, they were really aggressive on Bank. Speaking of aggression, though, Abe all the way straight in through break to find this opening pick. Rushing back is Joom. The power of the clash and the new speed that it now entails meant that Joom was able to get back and help out. Nitro to deny any further entry. What a double from Noah. He was not cleared on security. Weibo wanted to rush through the front door, but Secret were armed and ready to deny. And they get the opening 2 kills. Well, Jim was actually backing into that frag grenade. He adjusted very last second.
So much pressure on to turn, but the flick is good. But the trade also up to task. Oven in the meantime pushes over towards break, gets taken down. Now Reaps in a 1v3. Joom low. No, Adrian still full HP and a read onto this Archives position. Lots of time to work with here for Reaps with the Clash repositioning. He's now compromised. Live position. Known gets the first, but an immediate trade. And Secret again dismissing the aggression from Weibo.
A lot of that comes down to the beginning of the round. I mean, naturally for Weibo, because they opted to bring that aggression straight away and quite literally try to go through the front door. They lose 2 players off of that. Now, admittedly, had it worked and they were able to find a couple of kills, break open the defense, then we'd be singing a completely different tune. But credit to Secret, more importantly, Noah. Noah switched on, playing security. The rush comes through, doesn't panic. He's then able to get the 2 kills to deny that early aggression from Weibo. From there, you would imagine then the round plays out as it did, which is rather formula-wise, just plain and simple. Secret have the numbers, Weibo can't then push through, use numbers to take space, and Border's all about pushing through, taking that space. So naturally, Secret take the opening round, largely based on that first conflict. The rest of it was just kind of playing through formalities.
It's very infrequent, though.
And 4K from Noah is huge as well, by the way, because it goes on to that storyline that we saw in Bank in terms of the multi-kills that Secret were getting. Well, I think they had 16 coming into the series.
Yeah, number 2 at the event so far, behind M80.
I mean, they might be number
Probably
1 by the end
now.
of this because of, well, I mean, extra maps played, yes, but still.
Yeah, it's fairly infrequent that at this level of play on Border, you'll have a player in the map that quickly. And so I don't hate that idea from Weibo. It was, again, the response from Secret, the rotation from the Clash, the utility and response, the gameplay.
Actually,
was really up to the task.
So fun fact, back on Bank, and it's another Xenox fun fact. I'm going with the back-to-back here. So Savage, Adrian, Mowgli, Joom, all got a multi-kill each. So they had 4 on Bank. Who gets their 5th one? It's Noah to start on Border. So that's 5. All 5 players have had 1 multi-kill round in this series so far, which highlights the strength of this roster. This roster in particular, and as it was put together, says we aren't reliant on 1 or 2 players and we can all perform to a really high level.
Ooh. Speaking of, Reaps with a very clean shot onto Mowgli to open up this round and give Weibo the advantage. Low risk, and Hoven as well to double down. Such is the nature of Border, it's probably going to snowball, and if you get that early advantage, it typically translates to
we live in
wins.
the universe now where in the opening round, had this happened for Weibo and they got the opening 2 kills, they might have taken that opening round. 3v5. Now Weibo find themselves with a clearer advantage. Savage trying to play the window with a shotgun. Oh, hang on, freebie. Oh, no, it doesn't fully connect. In fairness, the SMG from that distance is a little difficult to control. Noah found 2 more. He's 6-0 in the opening 2 rounds. And keeps hope alive for Secret on the defense. Noah getting tagged up towards security. Bike turn inside Fountain. So Weibo have got good position.
Well, they've got them both cut off on this opposing corner of the map. They should be able to go for an archives plant at this spot, right?
Should. Doesn't mean could or would.
Oh, they don't have diffuser. Wow. That makes it interesting.
Oh, a shot though from Hoven as Savage trying to push, top waiting, loses his life down to Noah, who now needs to get the full-blown ace if Secret are to win this round. Freebie of all freebies onto turn, shuts down Hoven. He may just go and do it against Keanu Reeves, the best fragger from APAC, and it's the 2 HP Noah. Still a minute left, and Noah now in a strong position towards Fountain. Despite that, Reeps has now been able to acquire the kit and could make his way towards Workshop. No, Reeps goes for the blood, the kill, the denial of the ace from Noah. A solid effort. 8 kills from Noah in the opening 2 rounds, but it's a 1-1 scoreline as Weibo were able to hold on.
Bit dicey there for Weibo.
It's not often you go back-to-back 4Ks to open up a round.
Yeah, didn't quite see that diffuser on the ground until the latter phase of the round because they had them both isolated, break, security respectively, trapped on that corner of the map did Weibo. But unfortunately didn't quite have the ability to do a whole lot with that. Looking to try and reclaim the kid, and ultimately Reap's able to do so and wins the 1v1. All played by him.
Discovered the location of a bomb.
And so the expectation kind of set now here on Borders, which can often be the case regardless of teams, that it will be a bit of a frag fest.
So speaking of 1vx's as well, Weibo's currently of teams at the tournament second last with only the 1, but he's tied with CAG, SSG. Those 2 are now being eliminated from the tournament, and W7M. D Plus actually coming into today with no 1vx's.
Oh, that's not ideal.
It's not ideal for Savage. Therefore, not ideal for Secret. Well, only 2 rounds played, but 4 members of Secret with 1 kill combined, and then Noah with 8 is kind of going against the tune that I laid out regarding Secret being a team where all 5 can have a significant impact, but in this instance, 2 rounds in, it's Noah leading the way. Obviously, back on Bank, Noah was actually their quietest player. He was their lowest rated EPS player on Bank. 90, 6-8 record. It was June that went 13-3. As Weibo slow it down here in the 3rd round. Bathroom Towers, the site of choice by Secret. They got Noah, who's the main man right now, over towards security. Logic Bomb activated by Ape as he slips in through server. Again, the aggression, though, from Weibo. They're trying to pick the tempo and the pacing up, guys, and it's up to Secret to match it. He's into sight. He's in bathroom, holding the hatch position. Secret, though, are aware of this.
Yeah, Weibo have done a really good job to find that gap, find that space, and then translate it into not only an advantage, but now the lurk potential for Ape. Hoven still with diffuser, though, in hand outside, and Joom finally gets one back for his team. That's turd to full. Ape continues to be a threat, though. Still inside of bathroom. Secret will be aware of that potential, but may not have a live read on his position at the moment. That being said, Ape can't really do a whole lot from where he is until the rest of the map is unlocked by his team.
Yeah.
Setting up a sequential breach.
Well, I mean, this is the problem, as you said. It's like where he is the only one in bathroom. I don't know what Reeps is trying to do there on the push-through, unless he had no idea that Adrian was in that position. I don't know about that vault-in either. Suddenly Secret with the advantage despite early aggression from Weibo. Hoven expecting the run out. His prediction was correct. Adrian timed it perfectly on the Soulless, and Ape, who pushed through, got to sight, got the opening kill. Now the only one alive and has had to make his way out to try and go get the kit in a 1v3. Noah in position. Really well played from Secret. And I love the fact that in that round, they did not really respect the fact that Ape had got into bathroom. They did not care because they knew full well there were so many more pieces to the puzzle that for Weibo, they needed to still go and accomplish. You can just ignore him. He hasn't got kit. Who cares if he's in bathroom?
Yeah, the Reap solid push archives, the late swing sandwich, that was disconnected from Weibo and well collected by Secret. Not forfeiting any of that map control for free.
I mean, this is going to be speculative, but I do wonder if Ape's play was that the set play. You know, and sometimes when teams get...
I think it would have more so been opportunistic. You find that info there in the prep phase.
100%.
Boom, let's try
But
and
then
make this play.
does that mean that you are now freeballing it a little bit? And it's like, okay, well, Ape's in bathroom now. What do we do? How do we play this round out? And you're kind of trying to do that on the fly.
Yeah, has it potentially exposed the lack of problem solving post that?
I'm reloading.
So we head back over to Armory and Archives. Secret edging this one out on border so far.
Bomb located by attackers.
Reloading. Gun.
10 seconds to go.
Additional bans for the remainder of this half. Bravo
5
clash.
seconds to insertion.
Bravo very powerful on border. Cutting down default cameras, etc. And BPCs are in play. Naturally very strong in that regard.
Did you want an update, by the way, on the elimination best of 3 happening on the A stream?
Yeah,
Into the
I've
second
just
map?
had a little look across.
And Furia is winning.
Yeah, by 1 round. Narrow margins. Quad Nitro as well to highlight in this round for the defense of Secret. So a plant denial potential.
No, with a little check.
Played a position akin to that previously, but on the Ella this time around with the DMR in hand though. And with the long lines of sight in through break and outside as well on the balcony. That will be very, very strong and challenging to contest. Weibo with Blackbeard in play then for this 4th round. And it's Eastern Stairs control initially for Speakeasy.
I mean, I think for Weibo, they might have to actually just take this one on the chin and say, let's slow things down a little bit. I think when they're playing at a super, super high pace, it's not working out. But if they do slow it down and have a more controlled aggression, I think that they're actually able to find more success from that so far from what we've seen in the series. There's nothing wrong with, being renowned as an aggressive team, but coming to an event such as this and saying, okay, well, Secret are actually beating us in that department, so let's, kind of revert back a bit. One of the actual strengths of Weibo, sometimes back home in APAC, is not just their aggression. They're a really, really smart team. Hoven pushed through down the hallway off the back of the flashbang, but it is still a double kill from Secret to open things up. Hoven just has found nothing. Yes, he slipped into a decent position over towards 90 now, and could still have a good say in this round, but didn't find anything initially. Fortunately, though, for him, elsewhere,
Nitro.
a couple of kills for Weibo has evened it up to a 3v3. Hoven then slips back in towards break alongside Turd. So with a minute left, they've got a decent amount of this side portion of the map. Security, break, waiting, unlocked now for the attack.
There was actually 5 Nitros, not the quad, with the Sentry of Doom, one in play, but doesn't find impact over towards that break position. But now just one in the pocket of Savage. P2 may drop. Nitro position down
that might be
below.
good. Drop. Oh, yeah,
Speakeasy
beautiful.
baits it absolutely perfectly.
Really well
Agreed.
played from Speakeasy, but then there was also the floorboards opened up, and he got taken down low from it. Good shot from Doom onto Turd. Advantage again for Secret. Glass is activated by Adrian. In Archives now, Speakeasy will go for the plant. Low on health on that Blackbeard. Good shots landing onto Hofford. Eventually shot in the back, and Speakeasy doesn't even get the opportunity to get up from that position and make any kind of defense in the post plant. 3-1 lead for Secret here on border. Now 4 rounds away from securing their place into the finals here at the Munich Major.
Microphone flipped down. I assume a tactical here called by Weibo, and it is. It's been a tough start to border for them. They're finding some playmaking opportunities, but then translating that into kills and control and advantage has proven to be a real challenge. Secret are adapting nicely, reading their plays well. Weibo not having the edge in decision making where they typically would locally. And it's all about drones again. I keep hearing the word
I
drones.
can't hear anything, and there's a lot of noise that's being reflected inside of that room, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's the only word I really picked up on, but in similar vein to the tactical timeout on Bank, an emphasis on drone work and information gathering here for Weibo. I can hear James as well in the background.
Well, I think Fury.
I think that may be Portuguese, which doesn't bode well for EP.
So, Vet Workshop coming up for this next round. Out of the timeout for Weibo, and bans Brother and Clash have, of course, been brought in from earlier. 2 rounds to go in the half. It's set up really nicely for Secret. Yeah.
What's the attacking win rate for Weibo typically here on Border?
58%, 0.1.
Defense?
65%. In fact, actually, both of those numbers are higher than the numbers for Team Secret, 52 and 64. But Secret have a 5-1 record on Border. It is their second map preference. And we were talking a little bit before we went live for this B stream. We mentioned the map videos. You had seen it, I hadn't. And as I was going through it, when I found out the maps in terms of Bank and Border, I was actually quite surprised because, I mean, I walked away from this thinking Secret have won this map veto. And that's going to be the takeaway. If this is a 2-0, I would then rightfully be questioning the map veto selections here for Weibo. You have given Secret their Bank, which they have an 8-0 record, now 9. And then their Border, which they have a 5-1 record. It gets picked by them. It never gets banned by them. Everything statistically says, and they also beat M80 on it just yesterday, everything says you don't take them here. So, some questionable choices. Always easy to be critical in hindsight. I'm fully aware of that one. But even prefacing before the games have played out, I still was questioning.
Good site drone work here from Reeves, identifying that the objective itself is essentially clear. We have the beauty of the cards. We can see it is, in fact, a 4-1 split here from Secret. Lots of vertical angles established. Drone work also adjacent, up above, from Turd in office. Weibo will contest this. How much, for how long, is still in question.
Well, I think what the issue now is for Weibo, so out of this timeout, you've tried a couple of different things. You've tried quite literally barging through the front door inside of the first 30 seconds. Tried to maybe slow down that pacing and that tempo a little bit. You've tried shield play. Not much is working. And so therefore it's easy to go into your shell when not much is working. They've got to try and push through that. Back in the system, back in the process. One strength of theirs, despite not really being able to find a lot of success, has probably been able to get deep positions. Twice now, Ape has been able to kind of slip through the back line.
But it's rarely translated.
No,
into
that's
much,
the
biggest
issue.
problem.
Yeah, Logic Bomb activated by Ape.
It seems like Weibo have completely given up now on this clear. They'll be more direct, force plant denial here from Secret, and potentially the transition back down below.
Good shot from Ape. Savage went for the P.
Well,
oh, okay,
there we
walking
go.
up metal, gets the second, almost then there for the third. Actually got Adrian down to half health. And I kind of like that, actually, from Ape and Weibo. Instead of pushing directly into that top floor hold, goes for a bit of a back hit, and it worked out well. But Adrian, he's converging nicely towards Archives. Got the Nitro onto Reaps. Speakeasy, therefore, thinking that maybe Vents is vulnerable and will go for the plant, and will find it successfully. In the end, Mowgli got shot down by Turd numbers with Weibo in the post plant. This is must-win territory. In this 5th round for Weibo, you have to be converting these, or you may as well wave the white flag.
Yeah, and Turd's still able to pressure from above, so in the post, in good position. Noah force below. 1 versus 3. And because Adrian didn't hit that shot, albeit a very challenging one, Turd has done a phenomenal job in facilitating this push, providing just enough pressure and control up above.
I wasn't familiar with your game. Oh! If that wasn't a Blackbeard as well, that tap would have been connected. Doesn't matter. Noah knew full well he wasn't going to stop the Blackbeard outside the window. Weibo find their 2nd round. At the end of that timeout, they are able to find success. A single round to go in this half.
And Ape's risk-taking finally pays dividends. There's been several opportunities for similar plays akin to that. Finds 2, narrowly misses the 3rd, cracks open up the round. Able to then navigate in towards side, and with Turd up above, it was very challenging there for Secret.
Weibo have not won 2 rounds straight in the series. That's the concern now.
Well, I think 2 is still very much a competitive position for them to be in. You highlighted before, defensive win rate strong.
Yeah, but I'm saying if, you know, how often does a team win a best-of-3 series if they can't even string together back-to-back round wins, right? So, like, that's got to be now the next step. This sixth
longer
round,
term, it is a concern,
exactly.
yeah.
And it might not be much of a longer term. If they lose this round, then suddenly Secret just edge that bit closer towards being able to close the series out. This 6th round has big ramifications, I think, for the series.
Time to waste!
Looks like a high frequency of barricades being established here by the defense, and perhaps that's in direct contest from the lurks we continue to see from RP
Attackers have located a bomb.
in and around the map.
Attackers are
And by establishing those barricades, it gives across that sound cue to the defense and impedes the progress of any of that lurk potential, whether it be from RP or others on the side of Weibo. So I like that decision from Secret.
Just wanted to have a little bit of a second here to give the flowers over to the players who have been performing the best in the series. So 16 kills each for Noah and June. 16-6 for June, 16-11 for Noah, 15-8 for Adrian. And then 14-12, 14-13 for Turd, Arpe, respectively, have been the top performers so far in this 2-1 qualification match. For one of these two, it's finals and a little bit of a break.
Is this direct?
It's shaping up that way in terms of the posture, but nothing coming through just yet. But now here comes the utility dump. Candela smokes.
Nitro!
They did lose. They lost the Blackbeard of Speakeasy. The Nitro cell that you called out hit Hoffen. And the direct hit from Weibo has been thwarted immediately, despite the back push as well from Arpe. Clears out one on the dropped hatch. That was Adrian. They lose Reaps again, who admittedly has not been able to play to his very best so far here on border either. Similar to Bank, Reaps has been very quiet. Poor old Ape in the 1v4, getting teased by Joom. Does find the kill, and the headshot as well to Savage, and suddenly winnable. This is what you've just got to believe. Ape, you've got 1 minute and 30 seconds. The Flash trying to go outside, collect that kit. And while he does lose a bit of health for it, guys, ultimately it's the right decision to make. He's now at least got the diffuser.
Takes a miracle from here, though. BPCs, Vault Cams, Traps. Both Mowgli and Noah given an opportunity.
Logic Bomb and a Flash is all he's got.
Yeah. I'd be absolutely shocked if Arpe wins this.
We've still got a minute. The best way for Arpe to win this is creating the 2 1v1 scenarios, and there is one of them. He got the opportunity, guys, but Noah wins it from long range. So a 4-2 for Secret sees them take the lead into the second half, 3 rounds away from booking their place in finals. It would give them a couple of days off. They don't have to play tomorrow. And for Weibo, it would mean they would play a do-or-die game tomorrow if they cannot get back into this.
The timer has been paused in-game, so assuming that there is a tech pause, presumably on the side of Team Secret.
You can see Twister speaking to the administrator. So it seems like it's actually an issue more so on Weibo's side, and I think that's just being information given over to Secret as to why the pause has taken place. So 4-2 lead for Secret, and so far it's been very deserved, guys. I mean, we love Weibo, we love the APAC boys. We're always going to have that soft spot in our heart, but you cannot deny the fact that Secret have just been far and away better, in a lot of different avenues. And this is obviously not Weibo's first time getting a bit of a lesson by Secret. It happened back at EWC in the finals there, which was top 8. Secret, of course, went on to do big things there and win the entire event. But naturally, it feels like a bit of history repeating itself, which that's always a disappointing factor for a team, for a competitive team, players. When you kind of get that chance at redemption, revenge, to see how you stack up after a couple of months, and you're getting largely the same result.
Of course, over on the A stream, EP and Furia going at it on map 2. I hesitate to tell you the score because I don't want to put you in a bad mood.
Well, I'm not in a bad mood. I think it's actually great that Furia is 5-0 up over Enterprise right now, because it shows that the champs are still fighting. It's interesting for us, guys, of course, as the Australian Boys are battling hard, and we'd love to see them do well. Our esport, our game is better. Furious, always a fighting chance, considering the history of that roster, that team, those players, and what they bring. So it's a strange one. Back underway, though, here into the 7th round as we go into the bends.
So it's the Azami and the Monty initially here. Back in the first half, we had double shield ban to kick things off. And then defensively, it was the Azami and Smoke combination. And so we may see a similar mirroring here in the second half. And as we get confirmation, it's in fact the Mirror substituted in for the Smoke, but the Blitz persists. Mirror was not the additional ban back in that first half. It was indeed the Clash and the Brava, respectively. Mirror is a very powerful operator, though here on board. There's a couple of positions you can really fortify around the map, top floor specifically. Hold really long lines of sight with a bit more fortification. Fortunately, lobby again has been paused, but hopefully resolved in a moment's time. Shouldn't be too far away from jumping back into this game.
I'm just enjoying listening to James in the far distance background from what we can hear, courtesy of the overhead camera. Come on, fish.
It's always a tricky one when you're casting your home region. I mean, it probably even more so for us with the sub-regions and being promoted specifically. And they're one map up against Fury, and now they're getting spanked on map 2. It's got to hurt a little bit.
Those are emotions that the professional side of us will always be able to handle.
EP sounds like they may have gotten around. So not getting completely smacked in that first half.
I mean, Secret look really chill right now. I think the body language from them so far in this series has been really solid. And led by Twister as well behind them. At no point have they ever looked disheartened or, in any way overhyped. They're not over-celebrated. They just look really locked in. That's probably the best way to summarize, I think, for Secret. They know full well that they're a good enough team to be able to win this event, quite frankly.
Yep.
And so this is just all about getting the job done against teams that you probably should be beating. And so far, that's been the case. It was a really good series against M80 yesterday, and M80 have been really impressive. But finals is a whole different beast. That's going to be curious to see what they're going to be able to do there. But Secret have responded really nicely here.
I believe it's a headset switch in progress. Not entirely sure how long that may take, but I presume it will be pretty straightforward.
Give me a fist bump, bro. Admin's not saying anything. Why are you saying something? Yeah, why are you saying something? Oh, you think you're admin? Yeah, switch
So in theory, they're not supposed to talk.
Yeah, a bit of banter for the Secret lads. I agree, though. I think they're...
Don't let it talk, guys.
Their energy and their body language has been really positive. And not even just this match in isolation, but probably more the event as a whole. EWC, it was good as well.
Weibo are now formally submitting a complaint. No, I'm joking. It's all fair time. This is a long headset switch, I'm not going to lie. 4-2 record scoreline. For those just tuning in, by the way, this is also the second map, so Secret did win 7-3 back on Bank. They are 3 rounds away from booking their place into the finals. Would they be the 3rd seed, guys? This is actually a question I'm kind of throwing you on the spot here. Would they be the 3rd seed or the 4th seed? They'd be the 3rd seed, right? They should be. They're currently the 3rd seed. So
that's a question for someone much smarter than me.
Considering they're currently the 3rd seed and their seeding parameter is the highest, I would imagine it's a fair assumption. So it would give them an upper bracket quarterfinal match against the 6th seed, then win that and you play Team Falcons, which would be an EML showdown in an upper bracket semifinal game.
Yeah. That's a possibility. I'm not going to say yes or no because I am not entirely sure.
Did you have top 3 teams, right? So let's just imagine, as we're in this tech pause, we're all in this together, a bit of Jake and Guz podcast time here. M80, Falcons, Secret, top 3 going into finals as on your bingo card. I mean, it's not too far stretched.
I think that's pretty bang on.
Well, it's not bang on because you obviously didn't select those three as your,
No,
your
I mean,
trios, but
I've
you're not
I
surprised.
essentially substituted
Of
Fury.
the three, is M80 though the surprise as to how well they've done?
I expected M80 to do well. Maybe not quite top 3, but a concrete top 8. Like
Oh,
top 6.
absolutely. Yeah, like 4 or 5
Yeah,
kind of seed.
absolutely.
Yeah. So it's turning into a wow. Okay, that's a very zoomed in mouse. I can't really see it too much. It looks a little camouflaged.
Is that a mouse? What are we looking at here?
It's just a mouse pad. I don't
see a mouse.
Producer just said, "Where's John Cena?" I don't see him. What about the Brazilian teams just below them? So I mentioned the top 3 just there. It's a W7M phase right there. The 4-5 currently. We know Fury, of course, playing at the moment. They'll make their run. I mean, I did say, actually, as my dark horse, W7M on our most recent podcast to win the whole thing. They're 2-1 at the moment. They'll play wildcard later today.
Yeah, I mean, you can never truly rule out any of the SAL teams. That region is just so strong.
I feel like they're the kind of region that when the games don't necessarily matter as much, then maybe not at 110%, but get them towards deep finals runs, and
they're the team that
they perk up.
They're the ones that dictate tempo and build pressure in those high-stakes matches as opposed to succumbing to it most of the time.
Absolutely.
It's one of their strengths.
I will say, Weibo, if they do lose this against Secret, they will, of course, go 2-2 record. They'll have to play tomorrow. They are APAC's best chance of seeing a top 8 team. I mean, D+, you only count them if they're winning, which right now they've got a 1-2 record, so we don't count them. They are Brazilians. Enterprise, of course, need to beat Furia and then win again tomorrow. And that game, by the way, is about to conclude 1-6 to Furia, so they will go to the third map. Do you happen to know what the third map is for that on the A stream? I'll give you the answer. It's Border.
I see.
First preference map for Furia. Do you want to know? You probably don't want to know.
Oh, tell me everything. What, the score or?
Well, the score's 1-6 at the moment on the current map. Furia have not lost on Border this year. They have a 7-0 record, and that is the deciding map to see whether or not Enterprise can progress through on the A stream happening right now.
Ouch. So they had to win it in 2, and they're not going to win it in 2.
A Enterprise 2-2 record, last played it a day ago against W7M, 7-5. Just getting word that this might take a little bit longer, Guz. Unfortunately, it seems like there's more swapping that needs to take place. Yeah, well, unfortunately, it always starts out with a small issue that then
compounds,
snowballs into a medium issue, then into a larger issue, and then you fix that, and then something else happens.
Yeah, what are they having to replace? A laptop or something? A computer? Is that what I heard?
I'm not too sure. Something has to be replaced. But that was not the initial cause for the tech pause. 4-2 as of current. Unfortunately, due to the rather lengthy delay, we'll give ourselves a break. We'll give you guys a break. We are going to a break.
Au-delà des mers, là-bas sur le ciel clair, il existe une cité au séjour enchanté. Et sur les grands arbres noirs, chaque soir, vers elle s'en va tout mon espoir. J'ai deux amours. Paris, toujours, mon cœur est ravi.
Shepard with a quadra kill. And now it's all up to Basetto. Basetto slaughtered by Shago. I don't even think he knew what happened.
And Philippe wants to Genius! Steal that round for Furia!
Are you ready for this? Bangu, are you kidding me with a third getting taken down? And then the drop right below, and it's just to the face! Penta are going to the grand final!
This could be difficult. If the swing Mason a second, Mason a third! Ryder, oh my god! Wow!
Free-Day holding up for the platinum!
It's a 1v5. They had everything going! 1v5! For a second though, just didn't fully commit. Waiting to pop the last available second, was hoping he baited them out! Solotov's down! Free-Day's up! He's also down!
So we return to the Tech Pause Madness here on the B stream. Unfortunately, I don't bring good news. It is still a Tech Pause, but we will carry on, Guz, and we'll bring the Jake and Guz podcast to the B stream for a little bit longer while the issue does get resolved. We do have an update from the A stream as well.
Well, we can see that they're not playing anymore, so I assume that Furia got the job done.
7-1 for Furia sends the A-Stream elimination game between themselves and Enterprise to the third and final map, which is Border, which is bad news for Enterprise. It's at least an 11 wins. Basically, look, we were discussing it in the group talent chat. Furia have not lost the map since this roster has joined the organization.
Leo Alfama seems to think they have a 30-plus win streak.
Yeah, so, Leo's words, yeah, for sure.
And I believe Leo.
Well, I do like the French.
Do you really?
I love the French. No, I don't like them. I love them. But yeah, I mean, it's look, let's be honest. Enterprise winning that map would be the biggest upset Siege has seen for a long, long time.
It'd be right up there as an all-timer.
Absolutely. As for this map, we will give a little bit of an update because there might be some people coming over from the A stream during what is their little break on the opening map of this series. And this is a qualification match series, so not elimination. This is to get this yourself into finals. Loser will play again tomorrow. On Bank, it was 7-3 to Secret. They won that pretty comprehensively during the mid-round. They actually had a 4-round win streak. They actually won 6 of the last 7 rounds to dominate on Bank. There wasn't much that Weibo could do. Secret were very aggressive. They won a lot of the rounds early on. They got a lot of opening kills. They were fantastic. And then here on Border, it is a 4-2 into a rather lengthy tech pause. And so far, Secret have kind of just carried on from what they did on Bank over to Border. They started on defense. They'll go attack eventually.
Once we get back into the game.
Once we get into the game. The bans as well have already been done. So it's Azami, Mira banned out, and Monty and Blitz as well. So, and also the site will be Armory Archives. That's all been set about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, we had a headset issue for the side of Weibo, which then transitioned into
some
I don't
laptop.
know if it's a
I
full
don't
PC replacement.
Yeah,
or what's going on exactly?
Not too sure exactly, but hopefully we don't have to wait too much longer. But I don't have any other news for you guys. I do apologize for the delay in the action. By the way, you can see one of the cameramen there. Look at that. That's the SI Boston T-shirt. Now I've got mine with me. Have you got yours?
No, Jake, I did not go to Boston. I did not get a T-shirt.
It's a really good event.
Yeah, but it was also really freaking cold.
It was actually incredibly cold.
I got to stay home in the
lots of snow,
Australian back end of the summer and enjoy that.
Lots of snow.
Yeah.
Not any snow here in Munich, thankfully.
We've actually gotten some sunshine for the first
we
time.
Did. We saw blue sky. We saw blue sky.
It's been nothing but grey clouds and fog for the last few days, so that's been a nice little change.
What do you want to chat about, Michael? What do you want to talk about here? Anything that tickles your fancy?
No, not particularly.
No, I mean, that's your job.
I know it's my job. I realised as I said that it's probably not the correct answer.
At least you're honest. But the good news is, at least for the players, that their spirits are high, which is probably easier for Secret. They're already 1-0 up in the series. They're leading on the second map. It's obviously a pain for all involved when we have these rather lengthy tech delays and issues. But
I will say, actually, I did reach out to Sprabuni and ask if there's any clarity on if Weibo go on to lose this series, who their matchup will be.
Oh, yeah,
their upcoming matchup. But unfortunately, there's too much uncertainty at the moment, so too difficult to try and formulate potential seeding.
Fortunate nature, I guess, of this being an early match of the day with a lot of other best of threes to be played, 3 on the A stream, 3 on the B stream, for instance. So yeah, there is a lot of that uncertainty. Would it not be? I think, was I not hearing it would be like Furia as a likely candidate, maybe?
Well, he didn't tell me that.
I mean, we were talking about it on the way over today, that the Furia is going to run the starting 0-2 and then APAC team eliminate, APAC team eliminate, APAC team eliminate. They would be running through a little bit more of a breakdown here in terms of round by round as we've had so far on Border. Only the first half played out.
Just to go back very briefly to the A stream discussion. If EP beat Furia and knock them out of the tournament, they will need to break a 28 win streak on Border.
Wow.
28.
Yeah, I mean,
the last time they lost was SI 2024 against VP in the group stage. So there's a fun fact.
And unfortunately for Furia, losing on this map wouldn't mean they'd actually go on and win the tournament, because they'd be actually eliminated this time around. I think that for me, coming into this series, as we are having a rather lengthy tech pause, we always kind of talk about whether or not it benefits players' teams, but at this point,
it benefits nobody.
It has literally no impact at all. But I would say it does maybe set things more to the neutral standpoint going into the second half. Like, Secret have been on a heater. Like, Secret have been playing incredibly aggressive, well-compact Siege. They now have to go on to the attack in the second half after a bit of a break. You're sitting back, you're kind of taken out of the game against your will involuntarily, and then have to lock back in and immediately go on the attack. I wouldn't necessarily be shocked if they do somewhat slow down, but we are seeing them start to creep back towards their monitors, out of the slouch, back up, sitting right. And to me, that means only one thing, that we should be getting back into the game very, very shortly. Thank you to everyone on the B stream for bearing with us.
And it's B for bearing. With us.
Oh, you're on your game this event, Michael, as we get into our game now. So, round 7 coming up. Secret, Weibo. Secret, of course, already 1-0 up in the series. Weibo must win this map, send us to Skyscraper, which has its own fun statistics here on the B stream. Not quite the same as Furia's streak on Border. Skyscraper, a map that neither of these two teams have won in 2025. 0-2 record for Secret. And Weibo have not played it whatsoever at all this year. It would be a fun one. I really genuinely just want to see Skyscraper, to see what happens. Wouldn't care less who wins it.
It would feel like we've been stripped of a potentially really intriguing series if it doesn't go to a third. And that's irrespective of any APAC bias.
On this map, though, second half coming up, we switch sides. Weibo have a 65% defensive win rate. Secret, a 53% attacker win rate. A 5-1 record for Secret on Border over the last couple of months. 5-2 for Weibo over the last couple of months. I said coming into Border that I expected it to be close. But Secret, like on Bank, have been able to keep an arm's length to Weibo. They've been able to control border pretty nicely. We'll see if that follows into the second half.
Deimos in play.
Straight away. Opening kill onto Reaps. He has struggled to have a large involvement for Weibo in the series as a whole, guys, which is not ideal for arguably APAC's top player. He's now 7-14 across the opening two maps.
Do you have his cost for the series? Again, 77%. Second at Munich.
44% cost.
He's running not quite at half of what he has been so far at this event, but significantly below expectation.
He's been quelled, yeah. Adrian's loss means no more Twitch, no more shock drones for Secret.
Oh, that's aggressive.
Okay, I'm not sure what Turd's doing there, and Mowgli is probably wondering the same thing. In fact, you could even see his facial expression in the bottom left. He was just a little bit like, what? Hang on, what are you doing? Free kill for Secret. And now they take the advantage to kickstart the second half. And this really has spread the defense thin now. Manalpo's over towards security by himself. Hoven, Fountain by himself. Speakeasy by himself in Archives. There's no one that's able to play off of each other anymore. They don't have the numbers. Secret can now use their number advantage and overload one of these positions. Hoven caught Fountain. Savage able to just walk straight through. Hoven is now trapped. He gets caught by Joom. Good pinch, good pressure. Secret using their numbers advantage. Arpe not aware of the fact there was one top metal as well. Leaves Speakeasy by himself. Has the yellow ping. A tag onto Joom. But surely too much to ask for Speakeasy. Does get one, and then overwhelmed. Said it all along. The numbers would prevail for Secret. They played that one out perfectly. Once they got that advantage, due to the mishap of Turd, from there the round was done. 5-2 lead for Secret. 2 rounds away from booking their place into finals here at the Munich Major.
Yeah, that round and couple of the key moments probably adding to what is developing into a bit of a lengthy list of poor decision-making from Weibo in this matchup, which has been more critically cleaned up by Secret. Good example was the Turd jump out. I'm not sure, again, is that to garner information, off the back of information, perhaps to try and net a pick. Either way, it was low percentage given the game state, and Mowgli cleaned it up. From there, good clear, offers across, able to isolate Fountain, cut off Arpe from main stairs, facilitated by that Deimos lurk, and then Speakeasy overwhelmed as he backs himself into a corner over towards Lockers. So 5-2 the scoreline. Secret consolidating this lead. And Weibo now needing to dig deep here to push to map 3.
Another connector needed.
Well, desperate times now for Weibo, isn't it? I mean, it's not do or die for them. They would get another opportunity tomorrow, but that in itself would be a do or die game. And those are never really fun to go and play into unless you really have a bit of masochism about yourself. For Secret, it's almost job done. What a tremendous game from Noah. For those that missed it, by the way, he opened up this map with back-to-back quads, so he had 8 of his 13 kills in the opening 2 rounds. Secret have just built really nicely in this series. Consistently in control. Controlling the pacing, choosing to be aggressive when they want to be. Overwhelming Weibo a lot of the times when they do up their pressure. What a shot, though, from Reaps. Well, in that moment, that is a play we are more accustomed to. But we have not been able to see much of it so far in this series. It would absolutely be required if Weibo are to get back into this map. Okay. Well, has Reaps awoken? Hoven got savaged, but traded through the hatch by Mowgli. Therefore, then drops down. Battle towards bot main. That's Arpe now low on health. Help coming from Mowgli, but he actually slips away. Nicely done from Arpe. Not only slipped away, but then turned back around to find the kill. And Weibo themselves find their 3rd round. But again, guys, I brought this up what feels like now half an hour ago. Weibo have not been able to win back-to-back rounds in the entire series. They need to do it now. I'm assuming Furio has started quite well.
More Portuguese in the background, yeah. Secret looking to perhaps iron out some comms issues from that prior round, not as in sync as they would have liked, allowing Weibo probably a little too much freedom around the map. And if Reeves can just begin to slowly chip away and find himself back into this matchup, we know how much of a threat he is. It cannot be understated. From an individual standpoint, the ability for him, when given the correct information and the right position, to go click heads. That is what he thrives at. We haven't seen a lot of it from him so far in this matchup, but he has the ability sometimes to flick that switch, come alive. The rest of the team, if they can then facilitate that, they'll continue to be a threat here. Secret cannot underestimate.
I don't think I would go as far to label Reeps as a confidence player. He doesn't strike me as someone that would get down on himself, but I do think he's a momentum player. In the sense that he can have these streaks, like you said, where he can be kind of quiet all of a sudden, but then when he gets going, he really just then is able to carry that momentum. And that's what Weibo desperately need right now. Again, they have not been able to win 2 rounds straight in this series across the opening 2 maps. Will this be the first time here in the 9th round? Armory and Archives unsuccessfully defended in the opening round of this second half. Now a second attempt. Opening kill conversion, by the way, through the opening 8 rounds. 7 of 8 have been converted into a round win.
Fuse clear from the Archives window for any potential utility, such as that Goyo. Reaps in the meantime still has Nitro pre-ripped and Speakeasy Sandwich as well.
Oh, that's a lovely Nitro cell. Noah did get the Candela in. Adrian still going for the plant inside of Archives. June losing his life. Keep an eye on that plant. Adrian taken down to 1 HP. The plant will be successful. Adrian got taken down to 1 HP, but fortunately for Weibo, they were able to find kills around the planter as well. 4v1. Savage, you may be in the best position, but you're outnumbered. A really good counter clear by Weibo, despite the quick attempt by Secret. Indeed, they will find that second round. It's game on all of a sudden. 2 in a row for Weibo, from 5-2 down to 5-4. And no emotion whatsoever.
And it was Reaps again, massive impact in that round. A good job in holding his util over towards Archives in combination with Speakeasy. And then despite the plant going down, able to initially find that shield. If the shield had have stayed up, it could have had a complication for the retake there, but being able to overpower the 4v1 there for Weibo, a far more comfortable position and able to execute it quite ruthlessly.
We get the bans, and we get a timeout. Twister wanting to talk things over with Secret, noticing that for the first time, Weibo have some momentum.
I'm really having to lock into here. Shh.
I'm getting nothing. Reactions?
Yeah. Make the setup, bait, and then we can take some.
Ooh.
Did I hear bait?
Did I hear fake the setup bait?
I think that reaction was terrible. Like that.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting to see coming into the 10th round. We go on Vent Workshop. So 2 rounds, 1 in a row for Weibo. First time in this series.
Additional bans as well. You'll see them in a moment's time on the screen. We can see them off to the side. It is the Smoke and the Deimos to see no further play here in this second half of Border. So a bait and switch style setup here potentially from Secret. What that may entail, we'll wait and see. Could be, you know, something along the lines of
like fake top floor,
fake
but
top,
you go for a vault in,
or you fake front door whilst simultaneously contesting above.
Fake vault in, maybe you go then top floor. It's going to be intriguing to watch, and I think always the benefit, by the way, and I wish we obviously were able to actually hear Twister a bit more properly early on, but I think getting insight from the coaches during their timeout talks is just so valuable, really, for the entertainment of this product, and even for us and for the viewers at home. But it doesn't always translate. I mean, what was it yesterday? No, we weren't on yesterday, but the day before on the opening day, there was the Maverick drone thing or whatever from one of the games, and then like it just never ended up happening. Like it was kind of spoken about, but didn't quite translate. At the end of the day, coaches can say things, but then the players can override that based on what's happening inside of the server. So Rotero's Clutch drones, drone utility there for Secret here on the attack.
It means that Arpe has a key role in this round in looking to deny that information and does a good job initially over towards front door. Mutual clearance early here, chipping away at the castle barricade established by Hobbin on this top floor.
Well, they're not posturing direct right now.
But is that the late game plan, given what we heard during the tactical?
Oh, Savage, that's aggressive. Knew that Reaps was in security as well, and he had the kid on the Blackbeard. Reaps did get traded by Mowgli. Weibo wanting to take this fight here on this top floor.
Oh, he runs forward.
Okay. Easy gets rid of Mowgli, push towards 90, easy clear and kill. By the way, that diffuser kit's still on the windowsill in security. Has not been reacquired by Joom or Noah. Now, Noah is in break and is the closer of the two in acquiring it. Joom slipping up main stairs. Weibo with a significant numbers advantage. A look away though moment from Joom. Hoven gets the double. Weibo back big time on border.
Let's go! Let's go!
And that's the most energetic, outside of Turd, by the way, the other four, the most energetic that we've seen them so far in this match.
They've been very quiet, very unlike what we typically see from them, especially in high-stakes matches back in APAC. And it looks like maybe Secret fraying here a little bit.
Well, it is 3 rounds straight now for Weibo.
And it's directly off the back of the tactical timeout. I think that's even more significant in that framing than that one.
Exactly. And the fact that it's 5-5 now, so as we head into round 11, could Weibo from 5-2 down find a way to pinch border, and maybe we do get that skyscraper.
This is the most I've ever wanted to go to skyscraper in my life.
No. And they're two teams as well, playstyle-wise. I don't... Like, Skyscraper doesn't seem like it should be in their wheelhouse, and, well, based on the statistics, it's not.
EP are going to win a round.
Oh, they're going to get one, are they?
Well, they're 3-1. Sorry, I do have one eye on the EP for work purposes.
Okay. Double Nitro Cell set up for Weibo in this round, courtesy of Reap's Speakeasy. No surprise that the form improvement from Weibo has certainly been off the back of Reap's, also showing some form cards. 2 of the last 3 rounds, he's gotten the opening kills. He's had more of an involvement.
The impact of the Solus as well here in the second half has been massive. Frequently played here by Arpe and Weibo. Unfortunately, the counter is a little off on the HUD at the moment, so difficult to really judge just how impactful, but we've seen a couple of times now the front line finding it difficult to get this live information.
Oh, Reaps again! 3 from 4 rounds, opening kill. Well, he's activated. And with that, Weibo are following suit. No hard breach remaining in the round for Secret. Not necessarily all that needed. Mowgli, though, well, he walks into a death trap. Down but not out. And Weibo have all the momentum here on border. Oh, until Adrian got a double.
Ooh.
I think, was that a collateral?
I think they lined up.
We didn't get to see it, but the cards both went out at the exact same time. I do hope we can get a replay of that one at some point. I think that might have been a collateral headshot. And suddenly flips the round. Secret now with the advantage and Reaps on the floor. Still a Nitro for Speakeasy and still lots of time left in this. The Blackbeard of Mowgli. Shown and presented. Low on health as a Nitro thrown out. Shot through the doorway. Speakeasy to shoot back but lost his life to Adrian. Here comes Secret. Finding their aggression once again. Down to Turd and Arpe. Outnumbered. As Savage goes for the plant inside of Towers. Turd, who's been so quiet. Savage, though, was tucked in the corner. Turd didn't realize the plant will go down. The Blackbeard with the vault, the guard break, and the SMG not connecting. That's round done. That's Secret, baby. They've got themselves match and series point.
We are like just playing so bad in the division, guys. How the same time to the same shit here? and just expect the same. And we cannot even be able to communicate. We're not even being able to listen to what I'm saying, guys. Reset, calm your mind, and please just listen to what I'm saying, guys. I know exactly what you're gonna do, so I can give you guys what the solution. But you guys are not even being able to listen to what I'm saying. Okay, guys. Now reset here. Reach for these last 10 seconds and get to good counts here. Okay, so I can know if I'm doing the same or not. And that's something we can
Still not super satisfied with how they're playing at the moment, but it's good enough to get series point.
Yes, Captain.
From being defused by attackers.
So, you know how during that round I was like, oh,
Yeah, they lost
EP
it.
might win. It's a 3 versus 1.
They threw a 3-1. Yeah, they're not winning that map. Guys, they're not winning that map. They were never winning that map. And right now, Weibo, on the very same map, might not win it either. 6-5 match, series point for Secret.
A little unfortunate with the lineup there in the
On Holden and Reeves,
round.
yeah.
Still just ruthless elsewhere from Secret in their ability to get that site control and lock out the defense of Weibo that still remained.
Initiate jammer.
Oh, hello to Ape.
Loading new mag.
Okay, just barbed wire.
I'd imagine just utility to help fortify this deep security position.
Can Weibo send this to overtime? To be fair, Secret, I think by and large, deserve a 7-5 win over what we've seen across both Bank and Border. Easily being the better of the two teams. Yes, Weibo's been able to get themselves back into this map, but it might be a case of too little too late. We did let that lead blow out to 5-2 in favor of Secret, but we now stand at 6-5. First time in the half, Savage will give up the Blackbeard over to Joom, so a bit of a swap. In fact, Joom was playing the Sledge, and so they've basically just swapped operators for this final round of regulation.
Does Turd go searching with another jump out? Perhaps considering it.
Mowgli finds the opener kill onto Uppe. It's the first opening kill for Secret since round 7. There's only been 2 rounds but the opening kill has not been converted. It looks like this one will be. Those 2 rounds were by Weibo. When Secret get that opening kill, they're able to convert with ease. Clean sweep here in the final round of regulation. Secret will be booking their place into the finals at the Munich Major. It's no secret as to how good this team is. A top 3 seed position. These guys are on a mission here in Munich to claim a major trophy.
Wow, what a fun team to watch this afternoon. Their ability to formulate round-winning plans is really up there as one of the best in the world right now. And whilst execution maybe went astray a little bit over on Border, the likes of Reeks maybe to come alive a little bit more than they would have liked. Again, they flick that switch, come back alive, execute their plans nicely, able to get that result. Unfortunately, it does mean we don't see Skyscraper in this series.
No.
Who could have known how that may have played out. But overall, they've clearly done a really good job in executing their plan with the veto. And looking forward to see how they develop over the course of the rest of this tournament. As for Weibo, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, back to the drawing board. I don't think they would be bitterly disappointed. They'd be upset. They would have felt like coming into this match a bit of, hey, can we get some redemption? We're probably not too far off these guys, or at least that's what they would have believed. On Bank, they were just completely outplayed. And it's a map that clearly Secret are a very strong team on. And when it came to Border, 7-5, probably a fair result. Reap started to activate towards the end. They just started too slow. You give up a 5-2 lead, naturally bad things are going to happen more often than not. And Secret deserving this. 7-3, 7-5. As I said, booking their place into the finals now alongside M80 and Falcons, the first 3 teams to do so. For Weibo, they will play tomorrow in a do-or-die win and you go through, lose you go home match. And it's not where they would have wanted to be, but naturally that's where they now find themselves. And look, they can take some things away from this. Like, they easily could have played a little bit better. I think that from Reeps' perspective, right? Like, there's emphasis on him always. He's the best player in APAC. And so you expect him to frag out. You expect him to obviously do big things. And he was a bit quiet in this series. And if they're to beat Secret, they need Reeps, dropping a lot of kills.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, obviously, it is a team effort. Weibo, again, probably not playing close to that full potential. Map 1, we expected Secret to do well historically. Their map. We should have seen more from them, though, on Border. And so, again, it's back to the drawing board. Can they pick themselves back up and prepare for whatever their next matchup may